Welcome to More Than a Celebrity, where in each episode, we bring you the best and brightest of the business side of celebrity. Both entrepreneurial-minded and cause-focused from Advertising Week's global stage. Covering the gamut of advertising, branding, social impact, and media in the moment. In this episode, we hear from Tony Hawk, an American professional skateboarder, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and owner of the skateboard company Birdhouse. In 1999, he completed the first documented 900 skateboarding trick and licensed his own video game series that same year. Since retiring from professional skateboarding in 2003, Tony has focused on building his skateboarding company, as well as involved himself in philanthropic activities, such as founding the Tony Hawk Foundation, helping build skate parks in underprivileged areas around the world. Advertising Week recently sat down with Tony to discuss his approach towards skateboarding, facing his fears both on and off the board, and how he was able to turn being labeled as a sellout for endorsing products into an opportunity for himself with future entrepreneurial endeavors.
I think the turning point for me was the very first time I ever got hurt on a skateboard, truly hurt. I knocked out my front teeth, I got a concussion, I think I fractured my wrist, and I woke up in the pro shop of the skate park with the ambulance on, arriving. And my first thought was not like, oh my God, what have I done? I'm never skateboarding again. My first thought was, I was 11 years old. My first thought was, oh man, I gotta set my feet up differently when I do rock and rolls. Mm-hmm. And that was the defining moment where it was like, I wasn't gonna quit skating at risk of my own health and life. I just wanted to learn. That was all true. I did get a lot of heat for being sponsored by Bagel Bites in the late 90s. And that was one of the first times I ever had a big corporate sponsor, and people didn't understand, what does that do with skateboarding? You're a sellout. And in terms of personal approach to it, I used to get made fun of for my skating when I was very young because it was different. It was all more trick-oriented, and people literally called me a circus skater in Thrasher magazine. Like, I would get made fun of in Thrasher magazine for winning an event because of my style. And I'm already doing this sport that is considered different and alternative. So I'm in this isolated group, and then I was an outcast in that isolated group. And it was very, it was discouraging, but at the same time, I just found some strength and I loved doing it. I had some like-minded friends that were doing the same thing. And then fast forward to this Bagel Bites campaign, people were calling me a sellout and saying all kinds of nasty things. I used to have to deal with these marketing agencies that were like, well, no, this is how you know. And I go, well, you can't turn that skate trick upside down. I go, it works better on the packaging for Doritos. Yeah. But it doesn't make sense. It's not a real thing. And to fight for that creative control, or at least those final approvals, was really hard. But eventually we got there and proved ourselves. And really, our model is 80-20. We try to get as many creative people involved, almost on a freelance basis, but more that we could reach out to. But everything was in flux. Skating was going down, and so I took a second mortgage out on my house, started a skate brand. I was the team manager, I was the creative director, I was the video editor, I laid out the ads in Quirk Express on an Amiga. But if you do have enough people that believe in the vision, that's kind of all it takes. And I had a team, even though they weren't really making, a skate team, they weren't really making money from me. They believed in what we were creating. At one point, we're stenciling Birdhouse on their grip tape because we didn't have any graphics yet. And I remember thinking, if these guys really believe in it that much, something's gonna work.
Thank you. And thank you guys for coming.
That's a wrap for this episode of More Than a Celebrity from Advertising Week's global stage. We hope you enjoyed this inspiring and forward-thinking interview with Tony Hawk. See you next time.